budget your life, not just your money. I saw this wonderful image today, and I felt it was just worth really sharing for really two main reasons. But before I get into that, let me kind of describe the scenario to you. Let's say you're making $15 an hour. If that new watch was $200, it's not just $200. If you think about it in terms of the time effort that you're putting forth in your work, that's 13 hours of your life. Is that watch worth 13 hours of your life? That new purse, let's say, is $150. If you take that and $15 an hour, that's 10 hours of your life. That new car, $400 a month, 27 hours of your life. And that's kind of where this idea was born from. Budget your life, not your money. And so let me get into at least my reasons why this is important. Number one is stuff has an ability to increase your emotional state, but only from negative to 0. So on a scale of negative 100 to positive 100, this is the worst you've ever felt, this is the best you ever feel. And then 0 being neutral. If you're in the negative range, stuff can bring you from negative to 0, because stuff doesn't bring you fulfillment, it doesn't bring you happiness, but it can give you a distraction. So if you're really low, it can feel like you're getting an improvement, but really all it's doing is getting you from negative to 0. It's kind of that distractionary methodology. And number two, when we get to the end of our lives, and there's been lots of research around this, people really don't care about what they owned. They care about the experience that they had. So when you're talking about buying things, is that expensive watch giving you an experience? Is that expensive purse giving you an experience? Or would you rather take a cruise, be with your kids, go on a family vacation, build a tree house with your son or daughter, and get that experience of building something together and that time spent? Because once you start thinking about money in terms of time, it's a whole new perspective. Because is that 13 hours for a watch? Or is it 13 hours with your kid, your spouse, your parents who are aging and may not be around much longer? All of these things is just a complete paradigm shift once you put it in terms of the most important resource ever, time. You don't get it back. It's not renewable. If you don't use it in the way that's going to improve your life, it's just wasted. And there's so much we can do to help our family, help ourselves, help the world. I mean, look at Elon Musk, for example. I mean, I love Elon Musk for many reasons, but he is a person that is not in it for the money. He's using money as a tool to improve his life and improve all the lives around him. That's amazing. Versus we have a tendency in this country to think that stuff is really going to improve our life, and it really doesn't. It can get us to a certain point, right? We need food, water, shelter, and enough comfort to not make our lives hard. But too much comfort actually can sometimes detract from our motivation. You kind of get that stuck in that comfort zone too much, and then you're afraid to go out of that comfort zone. So sometimes too much comfort can actually be a bad thing if you let it. You don't have to let it. But I hope this kind of gets you thinking. If you think about money in terms of time spent, which is also the power of learning how money works and investing in other stuff to compound your money and to find those passive income sources, because then you're not working as hard for that money, which is also very important. But once you start thinking in terms of time as money, and then is that giving you experience? Is it giving you happiness? Or is it just giving you the distraction? So I hope this kind of jogs the mind a little bit and hope you start thinking about it. And I'll leave you with this interesting quote. If we could all use things and cherish people, life would be a paradise. Have a wonderful evening.